Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We need some help from you now. Come on, Scooby-Doo, I see you, pretending you got a sliver. You're not fooling me, 'cause I can see the way you shake and shiver. You know we got a mystery to solve, so Scooby-Doo, be ready for your act. Don't hold back, and Scooby-Doo, if you come through, you're gonna have yourself a Scooby snack. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, here are you. You're ready and you're willing. If we can count on you, Scooby-Doo, I know we'll catch that feeling.
Okay. And whoops. Hold on. Let's get up here. And oops. And hold on. I'm going to do something about this here. Here we go. And come on, close you. Getting at this a little early today. Mm-hmm. And it looks like okay, let me go and bring in the page here on the screen.
So I'm just going to buy the rewards. Let me do the word for no, buy the rewards. Let's see.
Let me do a quick run to the shop myself here.
Now, how does the reward 1, 2, 4, 5,
nope.
2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Any last minute sales
12.
here?
Okay.
Yes, Scooby Gang's gonna have to wait.
One reward. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But as popular as they were, they will be back. I'm pretty sure that unless there's some sudden scandal involving. Character's only about 58 years old, so what can happen? And of course, the jam track, nothing changed from last night, so let's go and get out of this. I think we'll stick with Renegade Raider for a while.
You have 5 to claim.
Quick look at the passes.
Yeah.
Or the quest, rather. Mega advantages. Easy enough. SMGs or shotguns damage opponents beyond 35 meters. Story's done. And again, they show this whole thing again. Okay, let's just grind this one.
But I did.
Okay.
Prerequisite.
Mhm.
So I have to level up 2 times to get this reward. Okay. So what level am I? 189? Okay.
Let's see, 188.
One to claim. Wait a minute. What do you mean one to claim? I don't get it. A glitch? Oh, never mind. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's keep going because I don't really have a lot of time.
Okay.
I need to level up 2 times, so
Mhm.
I need to level up quickly.
Okay. Let's see what we can do.
You're logging in. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready, get ready.
Okay. May I ask, have you considered more games to play than Fortnite? Yes. There's games I need to go back to the finish, but I just don't really have the time or energy for it right now. So that's why I've been playing a lot of Fortnite recently because of that.
I will if I can get a better system. I got a lot of them lined up in the library, but not much installed because this thing, I'm lucky to get the Fortnite to run half the time. And welcome to the 10 people watching on my end.
What I was playing before, Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy. Captain Bog, do you figure the
Mhm.
Lego Fortnite is faster to level up quickly?
It seems to be, but I'm just lost half the time in that one. So
Oh, I understand they burn out now. I'm not burned out or anything like that. I'm playing a lot of Fortnite.
now, right now, a big problem with doing Lego is just like it's usually with you, and I can't find the exit, so I got to wait until you leave, and then it times out where it boots me out. It's also frustrating not being able to explore the entire map very easily. I think it's great that they have it because it's a big thing, but not my cup of tea.
For my Mario Odyssey, through I was going 100%, but there's just too freaking much. Right on. Are you down, Bob?
Mm-hmm. I'm still on a loading screen, so I'm gonna run over. Okay, I heard noise. And I'm on the edge of the storm circle. And I'm down. So wherever you're at, I hope there's a reboot in nearby because I'm about to butt it.
I don't know, where are you?
I'm way over by Freaky Fields, and I just...
I leveled up. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. I definitely need to level up as quickly as possible.
Okay. And I got a black screen. Got plenty of sound, but nothing on the screen. Okay. I hear the van. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting something. Yeah, I was due southy at the edge of the storm circle.
Got you now.
All right. Now I can get some gear. Okay. Ah, good. I got my Mark 7. And no.
Let me open the chests, okay?
Okay.
Because I am under time crunch.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. And we better find a car.
Hey, Joe Hilton, how are you? So I just beat the game. That's been my problem with recent collectathons. There's too much. That's why I like Yuka Replayly so much. It has to write it out without overstaying its welcome.
Oh, come on. There we go. All right.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
After the match, do the challenge. I don't have time.
All right. All right. No time to fish. Okay.
Once I level up on 2 times, I have to get going.
All right, no problem.
She's pushing hard to complete the cast. Turn on water. Yeah, I am. I need to get the last one. I can't buy the last one, unfortunately.
Okay.
It will not let me. What the hell? It's weird.
All right, come on. Get this thing to stop locking up on me. All right. Mm. Come on. There we go. Almost. Hmm. There we go. Oh, geez, guy with a minigun. Get me through the window. Come on. Dang it. I'm stuck. Come on. Jeez. Oh, you out of ammo?
Bathtub?
Just for that, I'll take that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Whoa! Shit. All right, there you go. Wait, is that the, well, yes, I will. All right. No. Someone got it. Nope, still there.
Down, I'm down.
Where you at?
All right,
God damn it.
I'm dead. I went back to lobby.
Well,
Oh, you're still playing.
yeah, I'm still good. So hold on, I got a pod right ahead of me. And a reboot van not far beyond it.
Well, I'm gonna exit to lobby. If I don't think I can. And just send me an invite. I'll buy you back in.
Damn it. I'm about dead. Hold on. Yeah, I'm dead.
Back to lobby. Okay.
There we go. Damn it.
Skip.
And return to lobby.
I want to do Lego Odyssey because that's much quicker to
Oh, okay.
blow up.
No problem.
I just don't have that much time today.
Yeah. Okay.
And I really want to get this last one done.
Nobody gets that experience faster, yeah. Because
Ready?
well, I'm still trying to get back to the lobby right now. So.
Okay.
Right.
Well, see. Hopefully you get the skin. Thank you, Doodle Bear. You have a good day and happy Halloween.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
All right, back in the lobby at least. So almost.
I'm all set.
Well, I'm gonna go and leave you on your thing there, and I'll get back to shooting things.
See what?
I'm gonna get back to the battle royale. Let you rack up some points. So have fun with that.
Okay.
All righty.
Bye.
All right. Okay, and let's get back. All right, now that we got the first match glitch out of the way, and also now we're just strictly on my channel, not interfering with hers. We got some rather, I don't know if I'd call it crisis, but it's, they're escalating a bit at the front office. They just got a word that because of our housekeeping issues, they're now threatening to cancel our housing voucher effective December 1st. That doesn't mean going us out. That means we're no longer going to get the discounted rent. And I suspect the shutdown may be a part of this because the funding comes from I don't know. It might be better in the long run because the thing is when they figured the voucher, they also jacked up the rent on this place rather than what it would normally be. And it's still, so normally this place is about $1,400 a month. And for the purposes of the voucher, it jacked up over $2,000. It's bizarre. It's only HUD understand this. So what do we got quest-wise? We didn't do a damn thing. Although it did do some damage. So. But my main objection is not that they're doing, but the wording of the rather threatening letters and notices is that it makes it sound like we haven't done a damn thing in here. And we've done enormous stuff. It's, this area was complete, just about impassable. And now I can, when I brought a table out, that helps a bit because my balance assessment. But the front room, it's like it's a complete world of difference out there. That one, it was pretty much just a heap, and now it's like it's actually an organized, stacks that get that. And we got exterminators coming in again Monday. So I have to do one more thing to pull everything out of the kitchen. But at least now I can pull everything out of the kitchen. Because last time I had no room to put anything, so I had to leave half the stuff there. But this time, okay, no, everything comes out of the kitchen. And let them do their thing. Hopefully kill the nest. Get rid of these damn bugs once and for all. I'm hoping they haven't got another nest in here. They just got a small colony, but I got some bug spray for that. But the main thing is the kitchen. So by Monday, another round, they come, and just go for it. Because the last few, I have not been impressed by the last couple efforts. But the first step is like to kind of come back on the 5th, and they haven't seen. Well, you haven't been paying attention. You've been taking pictures yourself, guys. You know damn well how much improvement's been made, and I've made good deal since then. Got things rearranged here. There was a shelving unit they had kind of in the middle of the room because now I got it against the wall. I've lowered the sky. Look at that. I've lowered the skyline of the dining room area. And today I got all my Star Trek magazines in here. One of the dead computers because it's got a hard drive and a Wi-Fi card I want to get out of it. And a sketchbook and a binder of a mock-up of my comic book that I started about 30 years ago. And organize the medical stuff out there a little better. Again, bring a little, order to the chaos. The tub that did have the magazines in it now it's just got all CDs. I also found a few anime DVDs. That, probably got it at Second and Charles or something. Okay. Well, okay. All right, I guess we're starting here. But again, this is one of those situations where it's like I say, we need help. We need help. Okay. Because with all this, I know being late on the rent is not helping. But it's also unavoidable because they made it unaffordable. And I can't seem to get it to the fat little heads. Why? Recalculated it correctly. You're calculating it based on faulty information. Okay, I don't make that much. I don't give a shit what your little formula says. Okay. Damn it! Turn around. But they always do. Yeah, and you've always done it wrong, haven't you? I guarantee I'm not the only one caught up in this crap. What? Streaming. With nobody at the moment. It was with her Cal for a bit, but she's having I just started. I mean, I've only been on about half an hour. Okay. Hold on. Do that. Give me that. You give me that. Okay. And then 4. Do that. And now let's get somewhere a little more out, less out in the open. Of course, someone's got a minigun. Why wouldn't someone have a minigun this early on? On the plus side, I did manage to get the storage unit taken care of, so that's not getting thrown out. All right, asshole. Okay, we're gonna just take this nice and calm. Okay, so you want to know why video games are so popular among certain people? This is at least one area of our lives where we have some fucking control. You know? We're able to shoot back. All right, let's get some shields out of this. Anyways, if I can get to the bridge in the right spots, I know there's stuff there. Come on. Okay, now we're inside this thing. Oh, great. Freaky boy with the pumpkin launcher. Oh, those two right there. All right. All right. I don't suppose my car is still there. Nope, still there. Bye. Not in the mood for a boss fight, thank you very much. Nothing there today. Okay. Yeah, upgrade that. Cause all this mayhem and don't open the damn button. What the hell? Yeah, I'm full. Actually, let's stick with the Scooby Snacks. What? Well, how soon? That's about an hour. Okay, I'll worry about it in an hour. Right now I got this going on. Not putting my life on hold for something's not going to happen for a freaking hour. Not even my package. Okay, we're going to be leaving here. And taking that truck. Nope. Already been in here? I've already been in here. Okay. And crossed off our view of death. And some gold. Yeah, might as well rack it up though. Might be useful later on. I don't know if anybody caught last night's stream. That one got kind of wild. That's why team up thing, get some people coming in, get the interactions, not just me monologuing all damn night. You little fucker. God damn it. Stop walking up on me at this time. Son of a bitch. Right at the wrong goddamn time. I had a chance to turn around. God damn. All right. Doomcock's doing a celebrity reading of The Raven. Okay. Did level up on it, a couple times. Okay, and why would I get in the countdown? Mm. Mm. Nice. I can look at the videos ago with that. All right. All right. Let's see. Still haven't done a daily? Good grief. Okay, let's see if there's anything new at the treehouse. We're out here. All right. I am rather intrigued at the idea of Shatner doing a reading of The Raven. I'm sure it's going to be one of the voices he'll do. Because one thing, something that Kevin Pollak pointed out, doing a proper William Shatner, is you take, whatever text you're looking at, what is the most important part of that statement, and put all your focus on that part. The rest of it is just filler. You get, stuff like that. Speech. Risk is our business. That's what this starship is all about. It's why we're aboard. Where you put the emphasis. It's not just random pauses. And I think I demonstrated that one with a vocal coaching thing up at KGMU. And just about every word, just nearly every word was would. Either the substance would, or would there, wouldn't they, that's it, And I mentioned, the king of this thing was Shatner. It's like, how do you think, and that would, and just, it's like where you put the emphasis is determine whether or not it makes sense. And can you follow what we're saying here? And apparently it was something that he developed that style when he was during the world of Susie Wong on Broadway. But before that, his delivery wasn't really that much different than anybody else's. Okay, 17 out. He did Shakespeare, probably model him more after Olivier than anything else. And welcome to Toontown. Some kind of Simpsons thing. And that's the beast looking at you. That's the one non-Simpsons thing on here. Itchy and scratchy? Yeah, all right. Or we'll be right back. Okay. Now it's time to get out of here. Any kind of interaction with us at all? Or nope. But he was doing, Susie Wong, and it's like, was really kind of even William Wyndham was Shatner's understudy on that one. He described the play as a kind of a turd. But, yeah. But it was one of those cases of like Shatner realized it's like it's supposed to be a straight romantic drama, but it was bad. And so by changing the emphasis on the words, making it more comedic, he was getting much better response from the audience, turn it into a bit of a melodrama. And made a bit of a hit out of it. So as far as performance goes, the man knows what he's talking about. Shit. Oh well. Made a dent in him. Is this bozo's fighting going to appreciate that? No. No. Actually, he's coming back this way. Okay, we got some better stuff here. Go. And I think we're going to go and go with that in this situation. Where'd he go? You earned that one, asshole. Okay. For interfering. All right. But by just coffee, it's just like suddenly the audience is, and it became a bit of a melodrama, but it became a hit. And he kind of brought that style to Star Trek. And it's like Jason Alexander said otherwise, some of that dialogue would have come across like warm beer. So, and not against Jeffrey Hunter, differing style of act, very, very controlled, introvert type thing. And I don't think he would have gone for the kind of big dramatic things that Shatner went for. I think it's a different discipline. Jeffrey Hunter was really, a movie actor. He was a actor, whereas Shatner comes from the theater, where you got to make sure you hit the back row. You're not just playing to the guys in the front. And it brought the kind of theatricality to it, and that really ignited things, and they started writing to it too. Let's see, no, not that. Why is this? Get out of that. No. Looking for that anyway. Okay, I completed one. Medkits are bandages. Well, I didn't have a chance to. I was blown away to it. When I did get injured, I didn't have any medikits. Okay. Let's one more time. But it's also, Shatner's confusion when people start thinking they're doing Shatner. It's like, what the hell is that? I don't do that. Like when they did, I think it was a comic relief thing. They did the parody of the Molson's "I Am Canadian," and it was, and I don't say every word like it's its own sentence. Like one of them, and I have been where no man has gone before, but it was Tijuana. Our dad said it was okay. Remember, I think when, it was the video version of Inside Star Trek with Herb Solo and Bill Justman. It's not just a retelling. They cover some of the territory, but a lot of it's interviews with the people who, some of Matt Jeffries and some of the directors, and one of them was Jimmy Comack, who did a piece of the action. And he is known as a comedy director, mostly sitcoms and stuff. And his resume, his IMDb page, as long as your arm. One of the things he impressed with Star Trek fans is like is the fans say his name and they just piece of the action. They know the show. It's like they can pick it out. But what usually on dramatic shows it's like I only shoot from this side and don't. But Shatner and Nimoy were the breath of fresh air because Shatner dies. He loves to do comedy. That should be obvious. Most of the stuff lately has been comedic. In fact, the show Shit My Dad Says, that was an outright sitcom. But yes, please, and Leonard Nimoy is another Jerry Lewis. Just, and I say, the story was okay. The funny part was these guys were doing it. But they usually don't shoot my nose. Say, no, shoot my nose. Hey, if it was funny, yeah, please. So we had a ball on Star Trek. I think it's another case of the idea that Gene Coon was driven up because it was too funny. No. Far from it. Oh, geez, hold on. I gotta deal with something here. Hello. Hello. Just a moment. Alrighty. Okay. That's Dr. Homer set up here. I already got a shotgun. That's what I want. Let's just get out of here. It's all crowded down there anyway. All right, so what is that one? Oh, yeah, no. What? Ow, god damn it. What? Leave me alone, okay? God damn it. No, you said I wouldn't do it. Okay, no. I've been keeping it very, sedate, okay? Yeah, yeah. All right. Hold on. Okay, this is about as nondescript as going to get here. Hold on a second. Oh, God. Okay. All righty. Okay, where are we at here? Actually, not that bad. First time I've come in this way, but all right. Nope. Don't do that. Oh, hell yeah. Give me that. Okay. Could be useful. Better get struck. Fishing poles anywhere? Disappointing. All right. Okay. There's me or is this thing making freaky gestures here? Okay. Yeah. Okay, set up. Oh, you're hiding it, buddy. Okay, come on, don't walk up on me now. Do that. Okay, I'm full up on gold. For all the good that'll do in 18 hours. And you better get the hell out of here. The storm is a-coming. This is part of my strategy for parking at Sam's Club. Park near the exit. Life gets easier that way. Nobody comes in here anymore. Yeah. Tell me. Bye. All right. Out. Whoa, dude, nothing. Look at this calculated. Okay. All things considered, not bad. Let's enjoy my Scooby snacks, bitch. Okay. All right, let's get back in. Now let's see the quests. We got 2 of them done. Okay. Pistol, sniper rifles, or damage down 35. Okay, let's just go ahead and get on in here. Well, let's see. We got 11 people seem to find this entertaining. Okay. Well, I would encourage somebody to kick on over to the YouTube site so you can see all the, in the description for all the links to help us out here. Contribute to the cause of keeping a roof over our heads. To be perfectly honest, I'm still dealing with and stuff I recognize as kind of PTSD from being homeless for 5 years. Certain things like I'm still trying to wrap my head around and reincorporate myself back into civilized society. Because you develop certain habits and certain tactics that that. One of them, unfortunately, is never unpacking because you're going to get booted out at some point. And that's why I'm having to deal with part of this, the mess, because we never really got to unpack anything. That's and also a factor. We have not had an organized move really since 2001. Everything's been panicked. Get the hell out! You're about to be, and then so you just get the habit of never unpack. Just leave everything in boxes scattered around, and always. And thinking finally points, no, it's time to make a stand again. And then I've done again. I've gotten since we got that notice. I thought you have until the 5th. I got the stereo set up and it's in the spot where I finally figured out where it goes. Okay, there, that's a good spot there. Got the stupid shelving that was in the middle of the damn room. It's over against the wall where it's not out of the way. Oh, no laugh this time? And I've been able to, earlier I was able to dig into the medical supply stuff. Because part of the problem in that respect is the company we've been going through to supply various things went a little overboard and sent us way too much stuff. So we're still going through the excess right now. All right. Asshole! Third party motherfucking son of a bitch. Come on. We are training psychopaths, That was on my 52nd birthday. Yeah. My 54th birthday. Then go to the first order again. Give me the pew pew. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Game. All right. All that jumping around did you no good. Anything on the boat? Stuff over here. Nothing I want to get though. And nothing upstairs. Up straight. As I got you bad back in the first place. Okay. Not at the chairs. And somebody got the one up here, so never mind. Okay. Okay, it's almost out of here. There we go. Okay. Hey, Cecily? No. All right. Yeah, if I don't know the chat right away, it's because I'm kind of concentrating. Okay. It's nothing personal. I think we're going to take a car. Bye. Yeah. Ooh. Yes, I think I will. Okay. That's in OXR. Yeah. Come on. A bit of a debris field here. Talk to the machine. Okay. And let's just change seats here. We'll just see a car sitting there, engine not running. If I wasn't streaming, I'd be having the radio on, having the music going. But I don't want to jeopardize the monetization here. So. Of course. I'll be leaving now. No need to wait around until the car blows up. And for instance, this is a game of survival. And sometimes survival does entail turn tail and running. Let somebody else take the guy out. Okay? I don't need to be the instrument of their demise. Okay, I'm worrying about someone else do that. Once again, no one's been down here. If they did, they're an idiot. There you are. Not right in there. All right. There, see? Experience points come in many forms. Doesn't all have to be blowing people away. You only got a section of tentacle steak. Okay. there's 4 other players left. Take a quick peek at the quests. Dailies, got all done. Story, where we're at weekly. And I gotta go. What? Can you wait a couple minutes? Can you wait a couple minutes? I'm kind of occupied. It's after 4. What's it got to do with anything? Damn you. Good. Hold on. Get back to the lobby here. Cecily Ray Whitehead. Okay. Back in a second here. Ow. So what are you wanting? What? I'm hoping 5 Democrats go fucking. Throw a video up here. Since we don't need to just watch my character do nothing, we'll pull that. And let's go ahead and I don't need an overly long one this time. Unlike my hair. Come on. Where's a good one? I think before I take on the JJ Trek and Kurtzman Trek, I think I do want to do a history of Star Trek thing on the fan films, not the full on retrospective, but just kind of a more casual, just fitting into the thing because it belongs in there. Let's see. Oh, I think I will. This one. This is a pretty recent one. Let's see. Taking advantage of the fact that Mike Sussman is now following me on X, so let's go ahead and exploit that a bit. Okay, I think, well, let's make the point of this video rather clear here. Okay. This is directed to Mike Sussman, but, anybody can chime in, of course. But I want to get a few things across, since I think we are on the cusp of a change in leadership here regarding Star Trek. And Mike, I think you may very well be put in charge of the whole thing because they need someone with experience of the franchise and also has some show running experience. And you were up there with Enterprise, so I think you're probably ready to take the reins here. Yes, you can see I voted in the local election there. Let me put that out of the way. My advice to Colorado voters: no on everything. Everything the damn tax increase, they're trying to work around Tabor and keep your money. No. Vote no. That's the end of that. Okay. Step 1 in how to get this thing back on track. Got some notes over here. Disavow Kurtzman Trek. Only Lower Decks gets to stay as is. That's the only one that's not really tainted by anything. Season 3 of Picard. It's a good 10-hour pilot for Legacy, but it needs one more temporal anomaly to get it back in line with mainline canon. Everything else, it's mostly there, but there's still a couple of sniggling bits that Terran Towers couldn't get rid of. There's one more temporal what's it they got to deal with, and everything realigns, and we can move on from there. All right, and Prodigy, it's mostly there, but you really got to do something about that thing that they made them hook up with the synth rebellion on Mars. No, that needs to go. Because that's like season 8 of Game of Thrones. It ruins the entire thing. So, basically, declare Discovery and everything springing from it. Strange New Worlds, first 2 seasons of Picard, obviously Academy and everything else, as an alternate timeline. That's easy enough since nothing fits in canon anyway. And Lower Decks with the last episode, with that little brief thing of the regular Klingon turning into a Discovery Klingon, there's your opening. Run with it. Just pick it up and run. Okay, this means basically no Romulan supernova. Now think about it. We can tell now, with our relatively primitive equipment and know-how, what star is going to go supernova. We've known it for decades. Carl Sagan went through it in an episode of Cosmos, of what stars do based on their mass. Our star is going to turn to a red giant, go and then shrink down to a red dwarf. a white dwarf. Something bigger would be a supergiant. Anything, but it's the middle ground where 1.5 times as massive as our sun. Those are the ones that go supernova. Now we know that now. You think a star-faring race like the Vulcans and the Romulans wouldn't be able to tell that? No, don't settle here. This star's going to blow up at some point. Because I was thinking about supernovas, you can't necessarily know when. It might be billions of years. It could be tomorrow. It's funny, but it's stupid. It's just dumb that they would even be there in the first place. And also, it's stupid that the entire Romulan star empire, spanning God knows how many systems, would go down because of the loss of one system, even its Romulus itself. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And also, it wouldn't make sense that they would need help at all evacuating the entire planet long beforehand, which also goes to the thing of why they would settle there in the first place. They wouldn't. It's stupid. It's always been stupid. Shuffle it off to the alternate timeline where everyone's morons. And just to put it up there and ignore it. And also, the synth uprising. An honest viewing of Measure of a Man, you'd know the end of that episode, that never would have happened because there never would have been a android slave race to begin with. Captain Lavaz revealing at the end of that thing, no, Data has the right to choose. Therefore, it's like, guess what? Androids have rights in Federation society. So your little synth rate would never have happened in the first damn place. And that's further backed up with, the episode The Offspring, where Data creates Lau. Another one which they clearly didn't watch in doing Picard. He created a daughter. Yeah, he did that way back when. We know about that. Where the hell you been? Not watching Star Trek Next Generation, clearly. Now, as for keeping Picard in an android body, that's your call, but them invoking the Irumodic syndrome, which, it was in All Good Things, but also very early on, while Picard's bouncing around, Beverly, I scanned you for Irumodic syndrome. You don't have a trace of it. That was a MacGuffin within the episode, and by the end of it, it's like there's no indication that was ever really real. So there's no reason. So really, there's no reason that Picard would be in an android body in the first damn place. So while it's still valid within the resolution of that third season of Picard, you get that. Be part of the when they finally do the reset and everything resets and they're in the gray-shouldered Starfleet uniforms and there's carpet on the thing and the sets are well lit, and do a quick scan of Jean-Luc. You're in a normal human body. You got the mechanical heart, but that's it. Everything else is fine. And again, no trace of Irumodic syndrome. They pulled a reference from Memory Alpha, ran with it, didn't bother to watch the damn episode. That's like the whole modus operandi. They don't watch it, but they have no problem ripping off things from here, left and right, from whatever listings they're reading from. I'm surprised they don't hear the ghost of Harlan Ellison screaming at him in the hallways. To what they did with the Guardian Forever. Okay. Other matters. No more movies. Maybe necessary back in the day, but in the long run, it's a mistake. Star Trek is a creature of television. That's where it belongs. That's where it does its best. Movies, the nature of movies, that this has to be the biggest, most important thing in these characters' lives. Except when it's a series, because then where do you go from up? That's something that JJ did not really think of when he blew up Vulcan and blew up Romulus. It's like, what do you do for an encore, asshole? And there will be one. This is not the only movie. What are you going to do next? It's kind of thing where if they had taken off the Star Trek label, it would be a passable sci-fi movie. I think it'd still be stupid. And the one good thing he did about it is he set it in an alternate timeline, so we can safely ignore it. But it's like, just get rid of the whole thing. And again, movies really should be earned. The original series movies, they kind of were earned because of the way the original series is treated, and cut off the knees, and this was the opening we had at the time. But after a while, they really started to run out. Next Generation, their story was told. There really wasn't a need to go to the movies. It was just expected. That's the next step of the process, right? You start doing movies. And that's why, Generations kind of went over like a wet fart in church. First Contact, that one was good, but it also, like, I called Ron Moore on the carpet for it at the time. So you guys have watched Aliens a few too many times, I think. Because it was what's coming across. They pulled it off. But plot-wise, that's really, And Insurrection, despite all the screaming, that was probably the best one of the bunch as far as being a proper Star Trek story. But it wasn't grand sweeping, and there was pretty much a localized story type thing. They didn't have, galaxy-wide implications. It would have been a very good 2-part episode. And I think that's why it kind of got trashed as a movie, because... And then, of course, Nemesis, the less said, the better. Now, moving on to other things. Star Trek United. I'm all for it. I think let's get this back and get this thing back on a proper canon, framing. Do not reference anything with Discovery or anything. No, nothing. They're persona non grata as far as I'm concerned. No, nothing. If there's a reference to Discovery, it's a totally different ship. In fact, should be one of these. Yeah. And no, not a Constitution. The one just before it. It's a sister ship with a Constellation, so you can match up the reference number. But beyond that, no. The Star Trek Discovery does not exist in this world. But regarding, it's like, you just saw the Trek Yards thing about, the presidential transport ship. Just a real world thing. Any plane the president is riding on is as a call sign of Air Force One. That's something that's made very clear in the Harrison Ford movie. When the president is on board that transport plane, and boom, okay, and the pilot says, okay, we are changing our call sign to Air Force One. That's not just dramatic. That would be actual thing. The sitting president is on board the plane. That plane is now Air Force One. Any plane, it doesn't matter if it's a 747, if it's a Sopwith Camel, or a Cessna. Whenever the president's on board a plane, the sitting president, that plane is Air Force One. So, okay. So again, in this case, it's like, even the dedicated planes, we know as Air Force One, they have their own call signs and registry numbers. And they revert to them when they're not carrying the president. It's something kind of neat when, a former president is being, at the ceremony of the new guy, and they're flying the old one, the former president back to, home or whatever. And about halfway through, they get the word, okay, changing designation. We're no longer Air Force One. Because you are no longer the president, Mr. President. He's back in Washington. We're now something else. But yeah, in this case, Starfleet 1 would be the proper designation. You wouldn't call it Federation 1. Same way it's not United States 1. It's Air Force 1. So it would be Starfleet 1. And again, I would recommend checking out the interior of Air Force One for the kind of facilities you want. Because it's supposed to be... Air Force One is a flying White House. You got quarters, you got a little hospital thing in there, and you have mainly a cabinet room where you can have cabinet meetings with everybody on and conduct diplomacy. Have meetings, something. So this would be what a Starfleet 1 would be. Okay. Also, have Trip show up. Hale and Hardy, maybe as a cabinet member. I don't know what he'd be secretary of. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, whatever. Commerce. I don't know, whatever. Whatever Connor thinks would float his boat. But the most it ever had, and there's just no reference whatsoever to what the hell happened in these other voyages. That's kind of been retconned out anyway with the scene at the Fleet Museum. But really, the most I would ever do is just like somebody say, I thought you were dead. Yeah, I get that a lot. That should be it. That should be the most, just no reference anything beyond that. And on a lot of other stuff, you could do a lot worse than hiring me and Robert Byron Burnett as technical advisors. Because I certainly got the knowledge based on it, and Rob has some of the other things we could fill in nice gaps and keep this on track. Okay. But beyond that, no, don't say that. Okay. But this is what we're going for. We're going to make Star Trek great again. And to that, I leave it to you. We'll talk at you later. I keep forgetting to unmute the mic. Okay. So, yeah, no, they did, I may do the fan film segment of that because I'm still really don't want to do JJ Trek, but it's part of the record. A horrible one that it is, but it is part of the record. So. In the meantime, let's get back into this. One nice thing about those things is that they're pretty easy because I'm just talking off the top of my head. So it's like you're drawing on my own personal knowledge or whatever. But I think a segment on the fan films is kind of in order. Just to getting in there. Yeah, it was a thing. And again, not the full-fledged retrospective that and that's a separate one. And I'm still waiting on Rob to give me back that narration. Is the thing updated? Doesn't look like it. Probably it'll be later than that if it does. So. I'm going to look and see how much time we got on this until the 2nd. So we got a day or two. But again, this is reserved for the battle pass. Just since this is going. Whoop! Get back. Get in there. That's it. The big thing though with Into Darkness is that they were, when there was a poll taken saying what shouldn't they do, and the number one thing was don't do Wrath of Khan. Don't dream it. And what do? They redo what? Hold on. Now what? They hold on. Just go keep going. And they did Wrath of Khan. They were told not to, and they didn't. And also, and it's like, no, it's not Khan. They lied to the audience. Never lied. You can mislead them. You can misdirect them, but you never out and out lie to your audience. That never ends well. Back in a second here. whenever you start doing the double hand job gesture, it means it's really mad. Well, yeah. Well, like John Kennedy said, he's polling right up there with clubbing baby seals. Okay. Yeah, I do wonder if some of this blowback we're getting on the apartment has to do with the shutdown, and them not going to have the money to pay the rent, pay the backup in the rent. Anyway, let's go on this. And they just don't want to say it. Either way, we got no choice but to make some kind of stand because we got nowhere to go. We do not have a vehicle to move into. There's no friends or family to put us in. No. And we can't take all our stuff into the fucking hotel. Okay? We just pulled all this stuff out of storage. I'm not putting it back in. One thing I roll the dice on is I just signed up for the White House's newsletter type thing. One of them is a text that supposedly gets to the president. I'm going to start hitting that a little hard. So, no, this is urgent. Okay, run this up. It's immediate help. It needs at a high level. All right. Oh, okay. Make sure that's up. All right. Let's give Kingdom on Kodos. Okay. No laugh this time. Okay. This could get awkward. I think this will probably be it for today, though. At least for a while. I might do something later in the night, but for now. Oh, there. Might just work out. Like that. Yes, while having the high ground is useful, it's not essential. As well. Okay. Let's hit both sides here. All right. There. Okay. Put these guys first. All right. Finally got notice on that Amazon delivery. So yeah, we're going to wrap this up after this. No, I got a better rifle now. Okay. No. The aftermath of the bug war. And we need to get out of here. Okay. Time to go. Actually, hold on. No. Oh, great. Let them fight it out. I'm going somewhere else. Uh, One thing that has been confirmed, that old saying of Da Vinci's, that most people in this world are suited for not higher purpose than to convert food into shit. Okay, someone's just been by here. Let's see how long we can hang out in this little shack over here. Right on up there, right here. You bitch. And of course, there's a third party coming in. Bitch. First. Now, to this shack I was about to hide out here. Fine, be that way. That's timely. Let's just sit here and wait for them, huh? No one's getting me through that window, so. Even in games, sometimes it helps to be able to just sit back and just relax for a bit. Maybe catch your bearings a bit. Let everyone else kill each other off for a while. Stay out of it. All right. Damn it. It's a case I'll be glad when this thing is over in about 12 hours. That means that stupid skin will be out. Yeah. Typical raider. Too bad I wasn't wearing a Bronco skin. You get an extra charge out of it, asshole. All right, like I said, that was going to be the last one anyway. So. I forgot who it was. I was watching a football game. It was a Rangers, no, it was a Raiders Broncos game. It was like, talking about, just the whole rivalry team is like totally manufactured by Oakland. And again, it's not a rivalry. Right? The Broncos, the rivals are the Chiefs and the Packers. The Raiders, that's a blood feud, and it's all started on the Oakland side because, like, through the '60s, the Oakland couldn't give two shits about Broncos, which is fine. It was expanded because Broncos weren't shit. But for some unknown reason, in the '70s, when the Broncos were still basically shit, suddenly we became the arch enemy of the Oakland Raiders. And it's like, what the hell did we do? We got the dailies done. Got the story would have been done. There's nothing else to do on that. And yeah, about another 12 hours or so till that one kicks off. So we'll go ahead and call it there. Yeah, Raquel's already off. So anyway, supposedly I'm already on the free something, And I still got all my goodies here, so a lot of the goodies. Well, I haven't done anything sound-wise. And actually, structure. No, I just here. Okay. So I think everything is still here. The thing is, I stopped the paid plan a while ago. It should have ended a couple days ago. So I don't know what's going on. I think the main thing with the paid plan was the number of hours I could do per month. So that might be curtailed a bit. So then again, I'll have to restart it anyway when we finally start doing the karaoke thing, but that's going to be a while. That's, not until Rosetta gets back home to Cedar Rapids, because when she's at her mom's house right now, and she's going to be there probably till the end of the year. So until that gets sorted out, we can't even think of doing something. So it's going to be a little while on that. So anyway, hopefully I'll still be able to keep the streaming up. I don't know if I'll do it as much as I've been doing lately, because again, I'm going to have to check the plans and what I got here, because I'm limited to 24 hours per month. So these long ones, I might already be biting into it. So I'll figure it out. Anyway, links in the description if you're on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, get on YouTube, take a look, and pass them around. If you can't help, somebody else might. That's the whole thing. We have to go back to that, because we need help on this. We need to get caught up on this. We're already going to be into mid-November to pay October's rent. I'm sure that's not helping the attitude of the front office anyway. They're constantly late and they can't keep getting. So anyway, we'll talk.